How many ways, I wonder, have we devised to say goodbye? Goodbye. See you later. Take care. Bye. All of them describe departure, but remarkably few describe return. And therein lies the problem. I have come to believe that there is a word we have somehow lost. Cak, one syllable, 3 letters, and potentially a rather better way to leave. Cak is an interjection, a short word of reassurance spoken at the moment of departure. It means, I shall return. This is not the last time. The circle remains open. It is not goodbye. Indeed, it rather pointedly refuses to be goodbye. I am leaving. I am coming back. That distinction is of some importance. Where, then, did this curious little word originate? The leading theory proposes that it derives from an expression once used by itinerant workers, railroad crews, and seasonal laborers. Catch you on the backswing. Over time, the phrase contracted. Catch you on the backswing. Catch back. Cak. Now, there is no actual evidence for this. None whatsoever. But it possesses the unmistakable quality of truth. And sometimes that is how history begins. There is, for example, a persistent account of a letter written in 1911 by a harvest worker in eastern Washington. It supposedly reads, "Tell Ma I cacked the fence, back after freeze." The letter has never been produced. I have examined the surviving scholarship on the matter. There is none. Nevertheless, the phrase has the ring of authenticity. There is also a folk tradition concerning the cak-bird. It leaves, it travels, it returns to the same branch. Its call is said to be cak. Scientists have been unable to confirm its existence. They have also been unable to confirm that it does not exist. The scientific community remains divided. Naturally, once a word becomes useful, people begin doing things to it. They turn it into grammar. One may cack, one may be cacked, one may be cacking. And in particularly unfortunate circumstances, one may be uncacked. To uncack is to depart without the promise of return, or to break that promise. It is not considered admirable. There are also degrees of cack. Half cack, a departure accompanied by uncertainty. Perhaps I shall return. Full cack, a departure in which return is considered certain. Cack and gone, a light-hearted departure. No cack needed. A relationship in which the promise is already understood. Perhaps the most complete cack of all. Then came a fascinating development. The person remaining behind began using the word as a request. Cack me does not mean do not go, nor does it mean take me with you. It means go if you must, but leave as someone who returns. And at this point, cack ceases to be merely a word. It becomes a contract. And contracts, as we know, are the foundation of civilization, marriage, commerce, international treaties, and cack. Unfortunately, language does not remain where we leave it. It migrates. It enters the streets, and eventually, the bedroom. In contemporary usage, cack me has acquired a number of specialized meanings. Some of them are unsuitable for this lecture. Most of them are unsuitable for any lecture. In certain circles, cack me has come to mean, do not use me and disappear. A full cack refers to remaining through the aftermath. A half cack is something I shall leave to your imagination. But beneath all of this linguistic development lies a serious principle. Cack is not magic. An empty cack is worse than no cack at all. For if a person says cack, and both parties know that he shall not return, the promise curdles. The word becomes an accusation. The circle was never open. It was merely drawn upon the wall. Cack requires attention. The person leaving must understand that the person remaining is still part of the equation. We have become remarkably accomplished at leaving. We leave jobs, cities, relationships, conversations. Sometimes we leave people without even saying goodbye. And increasingly, we confuse leaving with ending. Leaving is not necessarily ending. Sometimes you are simply leaving. So imagine, if you will, Your hand is upon the door. Your bag is over your shoulder. The engine is running. You could say goodbye. But instead, you turn. You look back. And you say, cak. One syllable. No explanation. No speech. Simply, I'm going. I am not gone. The circle remains open. Perhaps that is all we have ever required. A word for leaving, without closing the door behind us. I would therefore propose a modest experiment. The next time someone you care for stands at the door, do not necessarily say goodbye. Consider instead giving them a cak. You may discover that a very small word can carry a surprisingly long shadow. For ultimately, cak is not about departure. It is about what the departure means, and what we choose to believe comes after. Cak. The circle remains open.